Good evening. Welcome to Current Affairs. 7 RCR. It stands for 7 Race Course Road. Most of you, rather every one of you, are aware of this particular name. So, this is the place in this 7 RCR the Prime Minister resides. So, every time instead of saying that it is a residence of the Prime Minister, it is the place where the Prime Minister resides, we just say 7 RCR. So maybe Dr. Manmohan Singh at the time or the present Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, who is living there, it's a wonderful name. Meaning the most important person of the nation, the Prime Minister of India, so lives in this particular Marg. So that particular road, 7 RCR, is there in the news. It's because the name is going to be changed. From 7 RCR, it is going to become 7 Ekatma Road, 7 Ekatma Marg. So the decision has been taken and very soon it is going to be changed. Right? So this is one information. Right? This particular one is very important because the most powerful man of India, the de facto head of the nation, the real executive of the nation, the Prime Minister resides in this particular Marg. Right? That's the reason why this is very, 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 very important. Next. So today, what happened in Supreme Court? Before that, I would like to say something. Always there is a tussle between the executive and the judiciary, especially with respect to the appointment of the judges. Generally, in every country, you have the judiciary, and the judiciary is manned by the judges. And those judges in almost all the countries, rather in every country in the world, they are appointed by the executive. Decision is taken by the executive and the appointment is also done by the executive. But if you look at India, the Constitution of India, since 1950, also permitted the Indian executive to appoint the judges to the Supreme Court and various high courts in the country. So even today also it happens. Even today also, it is the President of India who will appoint the judges of the Supreme Court and various high courts. But otherwise, what happened? During our polity classes, I have discussed very elaborately. So because of the various reasons, Supreme Court has decided that who should be appointed as the judges of the Supreme Court, who should be appointed as the Chief Justice of India, who should be appointed as a judge of any high court in India will be decided by a body called collegium. That is called Supreme Court Collegium, and that Supreme Court Collegium is headed by the Chief Justice of India. So this is happening since 1993. That collegium is deciding who should be appointed as a judge of Supreme Court or High Court. A decision is taken and the decision will be forwarded to the so-called the law ministry. Law ministry will verify the list and that will be forwarded to the Prime Minister's office. If the PMO has any objections, that will be reverted back to the so-called the collegium. Supreme Court Collegium will look into the objections raised by the government. Later, with or without changing the names, second time, if the list goes back to the government, there is no option for the government except to appoint only those people as a judges of the Supreme Court and High Court. Meaning is simple, the decisions that are taken by the collegium are binding in nature. At the most, you can send back the proposal for reconsideration. But once the Supreme Court says these people should be appointed, that is binding, and the government must appoint only these people as the judges. This is what is happening in India for quite a long period of time. That's the reason why the government has decided. So there were so many discussions, deliberations over a period of time. So there was a very serious attempt to amend the constitution. for the purpose of this replacing the Supreme Court collegium with another body that is called NJAC, National Judicial Appointments Commission. Of course, after the constitutional amendment has been taken place, judiciary thought that you are interfering into the independence of the judiciary, and the Supreme Court has nullified that particular constitutional amendment. So you know all these points. Excuse me. So you know all these points here. And even after nullification of the National Judicial Appointments Commission, the so-called the Constitutional Amendment Act, even after that, the discussions are going on. So in order to create a body where that body will decide who should be appointed as the judges. Of course, at the end of the day, by the president only, but this body will be recommending to the government. Right, and these discussions are going on for a quite long period of time. Later, what happened? Somebody has approached the judiciary. Listen carefully. Whatever I spoke to you till now, every point you know, I already explained each and every point in our previous classes. So now what happened is that somebody has approached the judiciary, the Supreme Court, and they requested the Supreme Court to give order to the government. So that what will happen? Another body will be created. Whether it is statutory or non-statutory, nothing was mentioned. But another body should be created which should be independent of judiciary and executive, and that independent authority will be deciding who should be appointed as the judges of the Supreme Court and High Court. Hope you got me. Very, very important. Clear? That body should be an independent body from judiciary and also from the executive. That was the demand. Is it a reasonable demand? Is it a logical demand? I want you to think on these lines. This is basically because how can you create a body which is independent from the constitutional authorities? And if you don't have control on a particular body, say for example, Parliament exercises control on judiciary. Judiciary exercises control on Parliament. Executive exercises control on the so-called the Parliament. Meaning all the three will exercise control on each other so that we are maintaining the checks and balances. So this is the basic idea. And this, with this particular principle of the separation of the powers, the Constitution has been created. That's the reason why, at the end of the day, there is nothing like a sovereign body in India. Sovereign means it's a body which will take the ultimate decisions. In India, nobody has the right to take the ultimate decisions, and the decisions of one authority, the decisions of the legislature may be questioned by executive or by the judiciary. Judiciary decisions can be questioned by the so-called executive and the legislature. This is how so beautifully edifice has been created, and that's the reason why our three organs in the government, legislature, executive, and judiciary, they are maintaining the balance. So nicely it is happening. And now it's a demand, you need to create a body which is independent of this. And immediately what happened? The Supreme Court has dismissed the petition. Supreme Court has dismissed the petition. Of course, India is an independent country. Constitution of India has given lots of rights to Indians. That's the reason why anybody can approach the judiciary and anybody can demand anything. But at the end of the day, whether it is accepted or not will be decided by the so-called the judiciary. And in this particular case, the judiciary has rejected the petition. Clear? And kindly remember, so whenever we approach the judiciary, it does not mean that the judiciary will be accepting every petition. Judiciary will be entertaining every petition. Judiciary has every right to take a decision whether to accept it or reject it. Clear? Now, so that's one. And another thing I would like to say that, as you know, 2016 main examination is going to be commenced in December from 3rd to 9th, December 3rd to December 9th. 5 days will be the exams. This and 2 days, two holidays have come in between. And unlike this previously, there used to be two optionals, long time they used to take. Now, within a shortest possible period of time, everything is getting done. Such a beautiful thing. And all the students, all the aspirants rather, who cleared the preliminary examination, you might have relaxed for a period of time. So now this is the time for you to gear up once again. The date is very, very near. And what are the this mains course for 45 days, that's what I have promised. I will be initiating from this October 15th. From October 15th it will continue up to November 30th. Clear? And see here, this is an area where you are going to consolidate yourself. Clear? You have learned so many subjects, you understood the subjects. Now this is the time that you need to present yourself, how to present a better answer. Is that okay? For example, see here, there may be a question on Mahatma Gandhi. There is no Indian, there is no aspirant who does not know about Mahatma Gandhi, right? If you want to, if you are asked to write an answer on Mahatma Gandhi, if everybody will start just giving some introduction regarding Mahatma Gandhi, he took birth in so and so place, he took birth on so and so date, right? Everybody writes it. It does not mean that nobody knows it. Every aspirant knows this. Rather, forget about the aspirants. Every Indian knows many of the things regarding Mahatma Gandhi. But the difference lies how exactly you are going to present this. Am I clear? If you are writing in the same manner just like anyone, obviously the examiner will get bored and you may be getting average marks and less than average marks. That's the reason why your success in the main examination tomorrow will depend on how you present yourself, right? I just give one example of Mahatma Gandhi because everybody knows the father of the nation, Bapuji. I just gave this example, but otherwise, so many areas will be there. So we are going to touch almost every area in a very, very very, very, this rapid format, so that whatever you have accumulated all these days, that will be consolidated, that will be shaped, and you will be made to execute all these things from December 3rd to December 9th. Clear? And this is what is going to this is what my action plan is going to be. Anyways, all the serious aspirants who cleared the prelims, I ask you to join, right? You may nicely join this particular program and get benefited to secure more marks in the examination. Is that okay? So you cleared the first step. Second step is the most crucial step, right? You are going to write something here. Clear? You require lots of patience and presence of mind and complete focus on that particular days. So that will be coming up only this after putting this complete effort on that one. That's what we are going to do it. Clear? We are already on September 20th, and whatever you want to read from now, so till October 14th you can read, and October 15th onwards, let's join, right? And another important news I would like to tell the people who belong to Telangana, Group 2 examination, the dates have already been announced for November 12th and 13th. 12th and 13th November, that's a very, very near. And today, schedule, there is a slight change in the schedule. The examination that is supposed to be conducted on 12th has been advanced by one day. Meaning, instead of 12th, the one paper is going to be, two papers are going to be conducted on November 11th, and another two papers will be conducted on November 13th. All right. And again, so again, you also have a very short period. I am talking to exclusively the aspirants who are preparing for Telangana public service examination. Time is very short. Get up, fine, and refresh yourself. Continuously focus, and you will be relaxing only while reading. That's it. With that intention, if you are reading, success will be yours. All right. So my best wishes will be always there with you, and may God bless you. I wish you all a very, very good luck. Thank you so much for being with me this evening, and I'll see you tomorrow. Till then, I wish you all very, very, very good luck. Thank you.